So this update happened a pretty long time ago, like July 8th, 2010. And even with the update being over a decade old, it still has a lot of content to go over. So, without further ado, let's talk about what they added. See, I just braced up because this is a pretty long story. So the golden wrench is one of the rarest items in the game. There are only 101 golden wrenches ever created and very few actually still remain. But back when you could still get one of these, every time 25 golden wrenches were found through randomly crafting, a piece of the engineer update would be revealed before the update fully came out. However, one person figured out that the wrench drops were on a time system, where whenever a certain time hits, the first person to craft at that time would receive a wrench. But when this person found the times where each drop, they were able to exploit it and later got backbanned. Even though he applied for a job at Valve later and then got the job, so his account was unbanned. To be honest, it's a pretty odd story. This is kind of like the Diamondback, where you can get easy crits just by doing what you should already be doing. So even though you only have 3 shots, you can still delete the person who destroyed your sentry, which had like 10 kills on it. Some people tend to abuse this and place sentries in the weirdest spots, so have fun trying to kill the guy who will basically have crits until he dies just because he put a sentry gun where no one would expect there to be one. Although it is pretty satisfying to use though, so 10 out of 10 second best weapon in the game because the rain blower is in first. This may just be the best secondary for engineer because, well, it doesn't really have the best competition besides the short circuit, and even then it's mostly good for pushing the payload cart. I was just watching Uncle Dane's video on the short circuit if you really want to learn more about it. But we're talking about the Wrangler now. The Wrangler provides an amazing shield for the sentry gun, and you don't have to worry about aiming because the Wrangler's laser already locks onto enemies. Overall, it's a great tool, not only for protecting your sentry, but also for reaching enemies that are usually out of your sentry gun's reach. So now annoying soldiers can snipe your sentry gun from across the map while your sentry can't do anything about it because of the Wrangler's range. 2 words, battle, NG. But really, sometimes you'll see these guys on maps like Hightower just to ruin everyone's day. It's like they're trying to recreate Meet the Gunslinger or something, and have fun trying to kill this guy since he can just plop down on the mini sentries since they only cost 100 metal each. Well hey, if it makes you feel better. NGs who use the Gunslinger and Manver's machine either get kicked immediately or get bullied into using a different wrench immediately, so, you know, maybe it isn't that bad. Because at least when they bully you, they get bullied as well. This is a really odd weapon. Like, there are so many more people using other wrenches than this one, so I can't really say much about it. But the bleed effect can unlock your true hate for spies, since they can bleed while invisible, so it makes fighting spies a bit easier. So at least it has that. But honestly, besides from that, it doesn't really have much else about it. I mean, like, what do you expect from wrench that barely anyone uses? I mean, the Gunslinger, the stock wrench, even the Jag. There's so many other wrenches, and no one really uses this one. In this update, there were 4 maps added. These were Hightower, Upward, Cold Front, and Thunder Mountain. Most of these maps are super iconic to the game, especially Upward and Hightower, so remember, soldiers and demo knights, be grateful for your god, Engineer Gaming. With more info being revealed, some hidden pages were found. These hidden pages actually showed Engineer's grandfather, Radigan Conacher, and its creations, which the Engineer later uses. These are the Frontier Justice, Wrangler, Gunslinger, and, of course, the Southern Hospitality. There was even a 5th image of Engineer picking up a building and moving it, something you couldn't originally do at that time. So this video took much longer than my other videos usually take. I may not be able to upload much because of school, but I'll try to get out as much content as possible. But if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, and if you want more videos like these, then subscribe and turn on the notification bell because it helps out a lot. And you can be notified of my content early and be one of the first people to view my video. And with all that aside, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Farewell, everyone.